In this video, we'll be showing you how to send data from Microsoft SQL Server to Slack. Let's dive in. So we'll start off by looking inside of SQL Server here, and you can see this select star from dbo.inventory query. You can see it just brings up this example table that we made inside of SQL Server that just has a couple rows in it. So we're going to take this table, download it into Shipyard, and send it over into Slack. So let's start that process. So inside of our fleet builder, I can search for our Microsoft SQL Server blueprints. And you can see we have a store query results as CSV. I can click that. That's going to pull up a prompt here that shows you that it can take you over to our SQL Server authorization guide if you would like. I'm going to close that for right now, and you can see that it went ahead and created a vessel for us inside the fleet. So I can name this vessel download Microsoft SQL Server query as CSV. Okay. And so I can now start putting in my input. So my host IP, my username, my password here, pull it over, my database, it's just testdb, and then just that query, that select star from the inventory table. And then my file name, output.csv. If you're using this in production, you'll probably want to name that something more specific, but just for this example, we'll keep it there. So our Microsoft SQL Server vessel is good to go. You can see that we can also set up email notifications on any error or completion of an on-demand run, as well as guardrails to protect against retries, time between retries, and an indefinite run of a vessel as well with runtime cutoff. So our Microsoft SQL Server vessel is good to go. So now let's go and look for our Slack vessels. And so we want to send the Slack message with a file. So I can click that, close our authorization guide. So I can say send Slack message with file. So I'm going to send this to a channel, and I'm going to send it to our Slack testing channel. You also have the opportunity to just direct DM a user as opposed to just going to a channel, but I'll take it to a channel this time. You can also ping a user inside of this message. So if I send it to a channel, I can ping me or any other member of the team. I'm going to skip that for this tutorial for this time. So our message here is your data from Microsoft SQL Server. So that file name is that output.csv. So that file name has to match from that first vessel. So Shipyard can find it in our file system. So we can do an exact match or regex. So if you want to send multiple files, you can do it that way with regex. And the only authorization we need for Slack is our Slack token. So I'm going to copy and paste that over. So now I can connect these two vessels together based on a successful run of the first one. And now the last thing we need to do before we save and run our fleets is name it. So we can name this Microsoft SQL Server to Slack there. And so I can click save and finish. So this is going to take us over to a page telling us that the fleet has been created successfully, as you can see here. And so I can go ahead and click run your fleet. So this is going to schedule a on-demand run to begin immediately, as you can see. So this will take us over to our fleet log page so we can monitor the run. As you can see, it's happening here with this Gantt chart. Before we look into that, though, I want to mention that you can schedule, you can use triggers to kick off these runs as well. So we have a scheduling trigger that's based off of time, and then we also have an API trigger where you can programmatically kick off fleet runs using the API. So you can see that this first vessel is already completed running. I can click inside of the Gantt chart, and you can see the Python output that was sent out for this vessel run. You can see all the inputs that we put in, as well as it saying that output.csv was successfully created based on that query. So I can go back. You can see that the send Slack message with file is also completed. So now if I open up Slack, you can see inside of our Slack testing channel here, that here is your data from Microsoft SQL Server. I can go ahead and click download file, and then open that inside of Numbers in just a moment. And you can see here's that small table that I showed you at the very beginning of the video inside of our SQL Server, inside the SQL Server program, as opposed to now in Numbers after we downloaded it from Slack. If you have any questions about this solution or any other potential solution, use the link in the description to set up a time to chat with our team of data experts. You can go to shipyardapp.com to start building powerful workflows just like this for free. Want to see us tackle more solutions? Check out these related videos.